Welcome back. In this short presentation, we'll look at step 2 of the search cycle, identifying the relevant search tools you can use to find good quality academic literature to support your studies. We will introduce you to the Reading List online system, which will help you to get started with your research. And we'll also look briefly at some of the types of resources you'll want to include in your reading. So step 2 of the search cycle is to decide where it is you are going to do the searching, which tools you're going to use. Firstly, a word about searching the internet. Tools like Google, and in particular Google Scholar, can be a quick and easy way to find information. Google Scholar is preferable to Google as it covers more academic literature. However, with both systems, the results you can actually see are often just the tip of the iceberg. Lots of the academic information can be hidden behind paywalls. You may already have had the experience of finding a good academic article or report on Google or Google Scholar, but when you try to access it, you are asked to pay for the article or subscribe to a journal. The university library already subscribes to a vast array of high-quality academic resources. Using these resources, which are freely available, will support your academic studies. Students who engage with the library resources will succeed much better in their studies. The first resource you can engage with on any of your modules is your online reading list, or RLO. These reading lists are created by your academic tutor or module lead. The list will contain resources ranging from books, book chapters, journal articles, broadcasts, websites, and much more, all of which will have been reviewed by the module lead and are aimed at introducing you to the topic or topics to be covered in the module. Some items might be highlighted as essential. These are items that you really ought to read. Others may be listed as background, which will be material that will support your understanding, and you can select which you read, though it's recommended that you do read widely from the list. In addition to the materials identified on your reading lists, you will be expected to read around your topic, to identify relevant resources that will support the arguments you are making in your assignments. This is what we call the self-discovery reading. At university, you will be expected to do your own research using resources like library search via Library Online and specialist research engines or databases via the subject guides, again on Library Online. Further videos in this series will look at these tools. So to start with, have a look at your reading list. There will normally be a reading list for each module. The list can be found on the home page of your module Blackboard site and will give you links through to library search. Wherever possible, there'll be a direct link through to the full text version online, so you can do your reading anytime, anywhere that suits you. A quick word about the different types of resources you will be using. The books will provide in-depth and broad examination of the topic. However, there may be a long gap between the actual events covered in the book and the publication of that book. Typically, it can take up to 18 months for a book to be written, edited, and published. So even in a recently published book, some things could be dated. A book is published once, though it may go through several revisions in the form of new editions as the research is updated over time. A chapter of a book could concentrate on a specific aspect of the topic, and you may be referred to read a particular chapter on your reading list. A journal will usually cover a particular academic discipline, such as law, criminology, education, or health, etc. The information in a journal is generally much more up to date, as they are published much more frequently than books, typically weekly, monthly, or bi-monthly. This means that they are very good for reporting fast-moving or rapidly changing areas of research. Journals are divided into volumes, issues, and articles. The volume usually refers to the number of years the journal has been published. So, for example, volume 10 of a journal will have been published for 10 years. Generally, there is only one volume per year. The issue refers to how many times in the year the journal is published. There may be several issues to a volume. The article is the individual piece of research that appears in the issue. Typically, there may be 6 to 12 articles in each issue. Each article will range from between 2 to 3 pages to 30 pages long. You might want to think about the volume, issue, article as a box set of a broadcast program. The volume is the series, the episode is the issue, and a scene within the episode is the article. In the following videos, we'll look at how you can actually perform the search using the keywords previously identified. The next presentation will look at library search on the Library Online web pages. Thank you for listening.